Good afternoon, you Monday Night Football bettors. It is September 27th. It's Monday, close to evening time. It's Monday. You're looking for some Monday Night Football prop bet action. Hopefully, you guys had a great weekend. We had a pretty good weekend. We had some nice tickets cashed in UFC and boxing, college football, but we gave it all back on the NFL Sunday as we fell short on NFL Sunday. Seems like this is what we're all doing as of late, just giving some money back in the NFL. Another, I think, winning day for the books. Have not gotten all the reports back on what the books have done. My camera's all jacked up. What the books have done over the weekend, but what I've seen so far, some books won, some books had a small losing day on Sunday. So we're looking to see what the books have done. But it's like I said, it's Monday, September 27th. It's the Monday Night Football prop betting show. I had some great action. I think there's some really good ways to bet some prop bets on this game. I think there's some ways to cash some tickets. It is 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Sorry for the 1 hour delay. We might have to do our Monday Night Football prop show at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as I had some media hits in the afternoon. Thanks for ESPN New Orleans having me on. Thanks for ESPN Austin, Texas for having me on. It seems like on Monday, so I have to take care of some media action. And I had a whole bunch of prop bet stuff I had to do tonight or today as I had to do some Dog the Bounty Hunter prop bets. I released some Belichick, Tom Brady prop bets today. Also going to be releasing some R. Kelly probably prop bets in the next day or so as he found guilty today. But as you guys know what I do, I'm an entertainment prop better, prop odds maker for a global book. So I do a lot of crazy odds and prop bets out there. So I have some John Jones prop bets I did over the weekend. So it's fun. But let's face it, it's Monday Night Football. We have a great division conference battle going today between the Eagles and Cowboys. This number is kind of fishy. It's now pretty much a solid 3.5. I'm not lying. I'm not going to lie. I'm looking to bet the Dallas Cowboys at maybe -3. I looked at the money line early. I don't think there's no value anymore. It's -180, -185. I probably will not look at that. Would not like to lay close to $2 on any kind of a money line bet. But I think the Cowboys win this one. I was hoping, like I said, this number would drop down. It was pretty much 4 over the weekend. I know a lot of us handicappers over at Docs released, I think, the Eagles Cowboys game either at 4, either -4 or +4, whatever. I don't know who has action on this game or not. But we saw 4 when it was a release time. So I was looking to play the Cowboys, but I didn't want to release 3.5. So again, I'm kind of looking to see if it comes down to -3, because like I said, I would probably take a look at that side as for myself. For the total is pretty much a solid 51.5. There's 152 in Las Vegas. That is at the South Point Casino. But pretty much every global and every other book has 51.5. And I kind of like the over in this game. I think we all know what the Cowboys' offense or defense is about. There's no defense in the Cowboys. So I think the Eagles and Dallas will be able to score some points. And that's why I kind of like. There's 2 prop bets that I do kind of like. That's out there. One of them we have to lay minus a lot of wood on there, but both teams to score over 19.5. The yes is at -175, -180. I know there's a steep price on that one, but I can see both of them scoring in the 20 range tonight. I think I thought that would be a solid $2 line on that one. So getting both teams to score over 19.5 is one of the prop bets that I kind of liked. I got it at -175. Like I said, there's some -180s out there. I thought this one should have been a solid -$2 or higher. So I know it's a steep price, but I think there's some really good value out there. And then my YouTube free play today on Monday Night Football prop bet was the under Dak Prescott's passing yards under 3, or I think it was 300.5. I think it released, or 301. I can't remember. But shop around. There's a lot of different numbers out there. I saw some shops had 298.5. I saw 297.5. I saw 300 on there. So make sure you shop around when you're bidding these numbers, because I saw 3 different types of numbers that are out there. So I kind of want you guys to make sure you get the best numbers as possible. Check out one more site right now. Yeah, another offshore book, including DraftKings. They both have 302.5. So again, just make sure you get the best price that you can when it comes to prop betting. When it comes to all sports betting, make sure you get the best number. A perfect example was I hit my big unit play. I shouldn't say big unit. My big play on Saturday between UCLA and Stanford, and that was 3 lines I saw a possibility. You could have got it at 60. You could have got it at 59 and 58.5. When we released it, most books had 58.5. It got bumped all the way up on Thursday night and Friday to a solid 59. I even saw up to 61 on that game, and it was right at that number pretty much landed where we were. Some people won, some people pushed, some people lost. So again, make sure you shop and get the best numbers as possible when you're sports betting, because like I said, that game alone, my game UCLA Stanford, saw 3 different lines in a lack of 48 hours that you could have got. And they were fluctuating 60, 59, 58.5, most books up in Vegas, Global and all that. They were just moving around. People were betting the under, people were betting over. So again, when you're looking to bet some prop bets, make sure you get get the best number as possible. Al, what's going on? Thanks for joining. Please explain to me how Florida State can be the favorite. I don't know. I mean, it shocks me. I'm actually going to work on some prop bets on Florida State because I think Mike DeVoe gets fired this year. I think he'd be the first one. And there's rumors that maybe there's a lot of rumors that's going out there that maybe Deion Sanders will coach them. Of course, Matt Campbell's listed in every opening head coach. What's the guy from Georgia? Defensive coordinator. Dan Landing, I think he's could be a possible. Bill Clark from UAB, the guy from Coastal Carolina, head coach. I think he would be a good head coach. But I agree with you. I just do not understand. I mean, I know Syracuse didn't look too good in the second half against Liberty. They played pretty well in the first half, but I don't care. This game is at Florida State. Al, you couldn't pay me to put my hard-earned money on Florida State. I'll just sit back and maybe watch this, but I completely agree with you. And here's the one. I mean, there's 2 different numbers out there. This one opened up at 4, got bet up to 4.5 and 5, and some books in Vegas and Global have 5, and some books have 4.5. So I would highly think that more Florida State action is going to come in. I don't think we see 5.5 and 6, but I think if you can grab the 5 plus 5 on this one, I say you take it now, because I think this number does come down. Would not be shocked if Florida State maybe closes around 4 or 3.5. But I completely 100% agree with you, Al. There's no way that I understand Florida State is favorite. I don't even know what did I make this number? I made Florida State like a 1.5, and I have a big question mark on there, so I wasn't 100% for sure on what I was going to put that number at. So that's what I have. But Al, I completely agree with you on that one. I do not understand why Florida State is favored. But great question. And like I said, if you're looking to bet against it, you have plenty of time to see if this number moves. It's a 3:30 Eastern Standard Time game. So you figure more money will come in that morning, the whole week, especially on Friday. So hopefully, if you're looking like me, maybe to take Syracuse, try to see if you can get 5, 5.5. Or I mean, of course, I'll be begging if I can get +6, that'd be great. But right now, I want no action on the Seminoles. I'm looking to see who's going to be the next head coach, let alone who's going to be if they're going to win or cover a game. Because right now, they just look pretty pathetic on there. So it should be interesting. When you make your own alliance, what factors do you use into your equation? I use a lot of factors. I guess the ones that come straight from my head is match who they played the week before, how they've been playing, weather, of course, home field, road team. So I think it all comes to one equation. I mean, I usually make my numbers pretty thoroughly. Some of them just come straight to me since I've been doing this for 20 plus years. But some of the difficult ones, I have to take a little bit more time and dissect. Like some of the bigger ones, I have a hard time doing bigger numbers. For instance, what's the ones I had a hard time? There's a big one that I had. Toledo and UMass. I mean, I made Toledo, I think, only a 21 point favorite. Odds makers came out 26.5. So I was way off on that one. So I have a hard time doing my own numbers compared to the bigger spreads, because I guess maybe I give the other team a little bit more a cushion. But head-to-head matchup is a big phrase. Weather is a big phrase. Who they played the week before, injuries. I mean, I look at all of them, but like I said, I can normally make a number out of my head quickly as just looking at them before. There's certain games that boom, -3, -6, -7. There's some games I have to go back and do a little research on there, but I usually do all my numbers. I usually Friday night when I'm watching college football, or first thing Saturday morning for the week after. And there's some games that I put a big circle, like to go back after the previous game is over. So it's for me. I've been doing this forever. I have to give big props to Rich Bachelari, who used to be my boss over at MGM. Adam Poland, a good friend of mine. They taught me how to really do numbers, how to do numbers. Don't be afraid to pencil in all your stuff and erase throughout your whole time before you release them. So I gotta give mad props to my guys up in Caesar's Palace when they first hired me on how properly to do numbers. So I have to give the credits for that. But that's a great question, Al. Thanks for the great question. But for me, football and college basketball are probably the hardest to do numbers, because there's so many conferences. It's so hard to keep track and stuff like that. So it usually takes me a full, I would say, a good 5 to 6 hours to do a Saturday college basketball, and it includes totals. Sometimes I don't even do totals on all the games, because there's just so many games, and I usually do totals on all of them, and some of them I would just be way off. I'm talking like 25 to 30 point difference on totals. So I've gotten better as the years come by, but doing college basketball numbers, especially on a Wednesday and Saturday when it's just games galore, it takes a lot of time. So that's a great question, Al. Let's get back into some more NFL prop bets. Like I said, we just did player passing touchdown. I think this one's an interesting. Dak Prescott over under 2.5. I kind of like the under. I know it's $2 in some places, but I missed a good number. I didn't get to bet that one, and I kind of like Jalen Hurts over 1.5. I figure we all know the Cowboys' defense stinks. I know Jalen Hurts can run for a touchdown, but I think he'll probably try to throw some touchdowns. So I think that'd be very, very interesting. Prep on that one. Al, enjoy your show. Trying to learn from everyone in the business. Thanks. You have to anytime you have questions, Al, and anything, not just football, odds making, what the books are coming in, what money's coming in, and stuff like that. Feel free to chime on in. Thanks for enjoying the show, and thanks for chiming on in. I love all these types of questions, and giving out free leans. Like if someone will ask me, who do I like? Do I like the over in the game? I'm like, well, I was looking to bet the over if this number was this. So I'm not like some cappers on Twitter, or I like to call gambling Twitter and stuff like that. It was like, hey, I'm going to give out 100 free leans today. Bet these free. I mean, I could care less about my free play record, my free lean record, whatever, stuff like that. I'm looking to bet the number, the best number that I can get. I'm not going to tell you bet the Cowboys at 3.5. When you get that half a point attached to it, am I going to bet the Cowboys today at 3.5? No. If does it move to 3, am I probably going to take a stab at it? I probably will, because that's a big difference for taking a push and going to bet easily than losing by a field or kicking a field goal to win the game by 3 and you lose. I'm not going to give out a free play that says, "Oh, I like the Cowboys at -3.5," and then I lose, and then everyone's jumping on social media and saying I suck or I'm horrible. When I can win it, I just pass on it. So I'm not going to bet every game just because it's a Monday Night Football game, and that's what everyone's wanting to do. Normally, all my free plays I put out are the games that I'm either looking to bet, have bet, or hoping I can get the best number 2 bets. I'm not just going to release a free play or free lean or whatever you want to call other people that do on gambling Twitter, just to have followers, just to have people like me or retweet me and stuff like that. I don't run like that. That's why I don't keep a free play record. That's why I don't go on social media and say, "Oh, I just crushed my 7-unit play or my game of the year," and stuff like that. If you can't announce on social media your losses, then why announce only your winners on social media? So I try to keep me as plain as possible. But Al, thanks for all the great questions. Thanks for enjoying the show. But let's get going for some more prop bets. What was the other ones I kind of liked? There's so many prop bets. It just drives me crazy. any QB to throw for 325 yards. I would say yes on that one. It's minus 115. I think that's a pretty good one. He's getting some good value in it. Any quarterback to throw 375 yards at plus 250. I don't think we'll see anyone like that, but any player to have 100 rushing yards is plus money, plus 110. I would think that's a really, really good stab because, again, I don't think Zeke's going to do it, but I think the Eagles could probably run the ball on that one. Ross, what's going on? I use pregame center for money coming in on a game. Which ones do you recommend? It's so hard to use money coming in on these sites, pregame, wager talk, Dom Best and stuff like that, unless these books are actually linked up to the casino. Then how are you really going to know what money's coming in and tickets being used? Because these free sites that you're looking at, they're not linked up to the casinos. How they really actually know? I mean, some of those money is ticket counts. Some of that money coming in is ticket count coming in, not actual dollars and cents. So if you have 100 tickets or 10 tickets written by all of them only $20, and your 11th ticket is a six-figure bet, it's still only going to track that you got 10 tickets more than that one ticket on that one side. So I don't use pregame center of money or ticket. I'm trying to think what the other word is for that. Or tickets in and money in, because I don't know if those systems is actually hooked up to casinos itself. When I used to work at MGM, the Dom Best betting screen and the sports option betting screen, we knew they were hooked up to our system, so they knew. When we did a line move, boom, it was on a system like that. It's a paid system. Now, these wager talks and pregame stuff like that, I don't know what the layover is on that. So I can't say those dollars or money coming in is accurate. So I don't use any of those free ones. I just usually try to go into what's the back ends that I personally have back ends for and look at that. So I'm sorry that probably confuses you, but unless pregame can tell me, hey, we are linked up to all the books that we have monies coming in, and if these are actual moves and it's actual ticket counts, then I'd be like, hey, I don't know if it is or not. I don't want to say pregame is lying or wager talk is lying. I don't know that, but unless someone tells me that's 100% for sure, I'm not gonna look at those numbers, percentages, which I know you see on social media all the time. Dallas Cowboys, Eagles, what is it? 69% of money's coming in on the Eagles. That's what's pregame wager talk or odds and scores, whatever says it's coming in. I can't believe that, because unless those guys can tell me for sure that they're linked up to all the casinos, that money's accurate, I'm not going to believe what I see on the computer. So hopefully that helps you, Ross. But I apologize if it confuses you. Ross, thanks for also enjoying the show as well. Kevin, don't bet what you don't have. Exactly, Kevin. The number one rule in sports gambling is don't bet what you don't have. I highly use that fraction as to pretty much my backbone of everything, because working in Vegas for 20 plus years, I've seen a lot of people that shouldn't be betting, and not just sports. I'm talking table games, slot machines, where that's their last dollar that they have or whatever, and they're just trying to go home with $5 when they walked in for only $1. It's just that's the hard part of being in my industry or the gambling industry in general is, there's a handful of people you see in a day that should not be gambling, and it's hard. I'm still not used to seeing it, and I've been in this industry for 20 plus years. So, Kevin, it still breaks my heart because I know it happens, and I know I don't want to say I'm the cause of it, or because the industry I'm in, you can't really look at that, because if you worked at a bar, you can't say that some guy died because he was drunk driving or stuff like that. It's just hard to comprehend on what you see and what you don't see when people are making bets, people playing table games, slots, whatever you want to call it. But I highly, highly, highly recommend, please, people, don't bet what you don't have. If you think you have a gambling problem, there's a lot of help that's out there. There's 1-800 numbers out there. If you guys need them, hook me up on social media. I have a lot of stuff that you can help out if you do believe you have a gambling problem, because it's no joke. I've seen a lot of people lose marriages, kids, cars, houses, and all that because of gambling. So I know this is my industry. This is the industry I love. This is the industry I chose to work in, but does not mean that you have to lose everything just because you need action on NFC East game with the Eagles, Cowboys, and stuff like that. So Kevin, thanks for bringing that up. I mean that every time I say it in all my videos. Please, please, please don't bet what you don't have. So, Kevin, hopefully you have a great week and enjoy the rest of your Monday. Enjoy Monday Night Football, Kevin. Hopefully you have a fantastic evening and watch. Hopefully it's a good game. We saw a great game last Monday night, so hopefully we can catch another great Monday night game this week. But this is Raphael Esparza, Ask a Bookie on the Doc's YouTube channel. Don't forget to check me out every Monday and Friday. I'm trying to do a show 3 days a week. I'm trying to do Monday and Wednesdays and Fridays. You guys give out some great questions and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to squeeze in a third show Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I wish I could do a Saturday show or Sunday show before that, but I do 2 live shows on Saturday and Sundays for other networks. But I wish I could do one, but I'm going to try to squeeze in 3 because I love doing these live ones. I don't have to pick a one free play. You guys can say, hey, what do you like in this play? And I can tell you, this is what number I'm trying to get, or this is the number I'm trying to fade away or stuff like that. So I love doing these live stuff. So Ross, do you ever think a game has a trap line? All the time. I think a lot of games have trap lines. I don't know if it's just maybe myself or other. I talked to a lot of handicappers, odds makers, and there is trap games and stuff like that. I thought the Arizona Cardinals game was a trap game because I thought all the money was just coming in on Arizona. Granted, we did lose in that game because they did cover, but there's a lot of trap games, and I think there's more in football and maybe like some TNT football. I wish I can tell you which ones are trap games, but my gut feeling, I always think there is. Kevin, no problem, man. I appreciate it. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate all the kind words. Utah, Norm, what's going on? Will gambling ever be legal in Utah? I do believe Utah will be the last state in the United States to have sports gambling. Do I think it's going to happen? I think if every other state, and I'm talking about the Dakotas and stuff like that, I think Utah will cave in. But I do believe it's going to be the last one. But I didn't think Florida was going to be this high into almost being legalized for sports betting because you know who lives in Florida is that mouse, Mickey Mouse, and you have all those old people there and a lot of Indian tribes there and stuff like that. So I thought if Florida would take a long time getting approved, and they're almost at the getting approval. They're at the goal line maybe, or maybe at the 10-yard line. I don't want to say the goal line, but so anything can happen. But Utah, Norm, it's sad to say, I do believe they probably be the last state in the United States to be legalized. And I had a prop bet. I have to find that. It was 2 years ago I did prop bet, which would be the last state to be legalized sports gambling. I had head-to-head matchups. Utah, one of the Dakotas, Florida was up there. But I'm sorry for the bad news, but hopefully I'm wrong. I've been wrong many, many times. Just look at my NFL record this year. I've been wrong. So hopefully I'm wrong for you, Utah. But you have a fantastic week. Zedrith, what's going on? What do you think about the Bama 14? I understand the Bama number, but the way they played against Florida, I can understand why people are jumping on Ole Miss. I want to wait to see what line movement comes in on this one. There is some 15s out there, some Global Books, Caesars, and DraftKings and FanDuel both have 15. I'm not going to lie. I was looking to bet the over. I was hoping it was like around 73, but wow, 75. It opened up in a half. Now it's 78, 77. So there's going to be a lot of points scored in that one. So if the number continues, it's at Tuscaloosa. So, I mean, I can understand the big number, but if it goes up to 16, how do you not take Ole Miss? I mean, it's this Alabama defense it's not as everyone chimed in that they thought it would be. So this one's interesting. I have it circled. Again, I was hoping to play the over, but boy, that's a big number. But it should be interesting on this one. Luckily, today is only Monday, and we have a lot of days before this number kind of solidify and makes it solid. But like I said, there's 3 different numbers out there right now in this game. There's 15, 14, and 14 and a half. So and which this number opened up at 16 and a half, 16, 16 and a half. I think Most global places opened it at 16 and a half, and most Vegas and US books opened it at 16. So Circa opened it up at 16 and a half. So it should be interesting. It's gonna be a great game. It's a 2:30 game, so I'm kind of glad it's an afternoon game, not a late one. I can't wait to watch that one. But I'm really excited for that game. But this is the Monday Night Football show, so hopefully you guys are having a fantastic start of the week. Hopefully you guys enjoy the game. Like I said, we'll be doing this every Mondays and Fridays. Looks like Monday's show will be 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I apologize for that one, but I do 2 media hits on Mondays, ESPN New Orleans. I have a Zoom meeting with other odds makers and PR team, and then I do ESPN Texas show, so I apologize for that one. But it looks like Monday will be a 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then, of course, Friday's a 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, I'm trying to squeeze in a Wednesday 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time show to talk about maybe when NBA gets into action and we'll have more NBA, college basketball, stuff like that. We'll do a Wednesday show because normally the longer the football season goes, some of my media hits and dwindle away. And stuff like that. So maybe that's what I'll look into. Maybe on Wednesdays when NBA starts and hockey and college basketball, we'll do a Wednesday show. But hopefully you guys are going to have a fantastic week. Hopefully you guys catch some tickets. We have the NBA playoffs just around the corner. We have a great Monday Night Football game. Not a good Thursday Night Football game. Who wants to watch Jacksonville, Cincinnati play on a Thursday Night Football game? But I can't wait to watch the Virginia, Miami, Florida game on Thursday. That should be very interesting. I got one Friday's college football game. It has a great schedule. Houston, Tulsa. Tulsa's minus 3.5. Iowa, Maryland. BYU, Utah State. I think those are going to be really good. Jay Lee, what's the easiest sports to bet on in your opinion? It's for me. I hate to use the word easiest because for me, I mean, it's always on what's hot. I mean, there's no such thing as the NFL is the easiest or college basketball or baseball, stuff like that. For me, I'm talking only myself, is whatever I start off hot and continue to ride hot. I always have great success in WNBA. I always have great success on college basketball totals. So I would say those are my 2 toss-up ones on that one. But like I said, if I'm red hot, last year I was scorching hot in college football, and especially college football bowl game. I had one of the best bowl game seasons of my life. So it's just riding a hot hand, and when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. But I would say off the top of my head, the 2 ones that I've had really good success year after year has been college basketball, especially college basketball totals, and WNBA. It seems like they've been really good. I used to be really good on arena football, and then once they got that ESPN contract, and then they quit playing and stuff like that. But I would say arena football was always been a good money maker for me, just because the books didn't take that much action, so you only got they wouldn't move the number as quickly as possible. But I think that's why I have good success on college basketball, especially some of the smaller conferences on totals and all that, because sometimes the odds makers are not paying attention to some really good college basketball totals that you could get on Conference USA, Sun Belt, or the MAC conferences, because they're looking at all the SECs, Big Ten, and stuff like that. So those are what I usually do really good in. But WNBA, I would say college basketball totals. If I had to pick one, I would say college basketball totals. Will probably pick one. Look at that. A 4 just popped up by the Dallas Cowboy game. So it looks like I'm not taking the Dallas Cowboys, because I think we're going to see more money coming in on the Dallas Cowboys, as a 4 just popped up globally. The total is still the same, 51.5. But let's I'll do a couple more. Andres, what's going on, Rico? I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Thanks for chiming on in. Let's see. I'm trying to think of other prop bets. I didn't really like that many prop bets. That's why it's hard for me to look at prop bets on this game, not like I've done in the past, where I thought there were some really good prop bets. I kind of want to look at some head-to-head matchup, most rushing yards, Ezekiel Elliott or Sanders. I would take Sanders you can get him at even money, or plus money on that one. Just I'm not sold on Ezekiel Elliott, so it's hard for me. Did you give the picks already? I gave a couple ones. I said I was looking to play the Dallas Cowboys if it moved down to 3. It has not. It's still 3.5. There's some 4s popping up, so I'm not going to play that. I do like the over at 51.5. I think this one goes up to 52 as it gets closer to game time, so I would try to grab that 51.5. And I like Dak Prescott under passing yards. Make sure you get the best number because there's 302, 297 out there. I would take all of them under passing yards for Prescott for tonight. Those are the 3 ones that I gave up. Those, like I said, I really don't like the game as much. I was just saying I don't see that many prop bets. I kind of wanted to put my hard-earned money in on that one, but I do like the Dak Prescott under passing yards. Like I said, make sure you get the best number, Andreas, as hopefully you do get the best number, and hopefully you cash some big tickets. But I'm going to jet out of here because I have a lot of prop bets I got to put up, and I got to do some stuff for Doc's Sports as well. But I want to thank everyone for chiming on in. Andreas, Lee, Utah Norm, sorry for the bad news. Lee, Utah Norm, Braxton and Parker, you guys all have a fantastic Monday. We'll be back on Friday with our football weekend show. Maybe we'll talk about some UFC. We had we chimed in on UFC and boxing last weekend. Hopefully you guys all grabbed Usyk because we cashed on that one. A nice 2. I got 2 plus 210 on that one. So weekend show, chime on in. We'll talk about baseball playoffs. We'll talk about football, UFC, stuff like that. But you guys all have a fantastic Monday. Have a safe week. And you know what I'm getting ready to say, Kevin? Please don't bet what you don't have. Deuces.